Travel and tourism is big business worth around €7 trillion and supporting over 307 million jobs. It's what the majority of us save and spend our money on.
Welcome to the World Travel Market. It's the leading global event for the tourism industry with over 5,000 exhibitors and over 51,000 visitors. It's also the perfect place to learn about the big trends that are going to shape our future travel experiences. So where better to start than a country with a rich cultural heritage, 22 national languages and over 1,000 dialects. India.
Savvy tourists want more for their hard-earned cash. Experiences and adventure travel are high on the list of requirements for a great Indian getaway. But it's digitalization that's changed the landscape of tourism here.
Technology and digitization of these destinations is making tourists go to new destinations, and also this contributes hugely to sustainable tourism, because now people go and stay with the people, they go and stay in the homestays in remotest of remote areas, and it is the digital platform which is giving them information, and that's how they book their holidays now.
And it appears that sustainable tourism, the ability to make a positive impact on the environment, society and economy, goes hand in hand with ethical tourism.
The traveler nowadays is very discerning, and they want that the ethics part of is also maintained and looked into. A lot of focus is being given to that, and they want more and more participation of the local community. They don't want the people to be exploited. That's become a very, very important aspect of any tourist destination now, because people just don't want to go and see sights. They want to experience the local culture, local cuisine, and therefore the involvement of the local community, also from the point of view of responsible tourism, is becoming very, very important.
It's a theme that's ringing true in the heart of the Indian Ocean too, on the island of Mauritius, currently celebrating its 50th year of independence. This holiday hotspot is a favourite five-star destination. Their Minister for Tourism says the industry needs to forge closer relationships with communities moving forwards.
No tourism industry can be sustainable without involving the whole community. No tourism can succeed unless it is friendly to the environment. So we protect the environment, we protect the local communities, we involve them in the development in terms of employment, in terms of culture, in terms of entertainment, in terms of agriculture, fishing. So they have a sense of belonging to the industry. And for sustainable tourism to continue, we need to have that involvement and engagement of the local people.
The Mauritian Tourism Board believe that genuine insight into the lives of local people will help drive numbers and ensure they're more informed to experience the real Mauritius.
When a tourist comes to a country, they need to know what they are coming for. It's not only the big cuisine, the great culinary experiences, but they need to know how these people live and what makes them live not perfectly, but happily. And I think this is what Mauritius is all about.
A relatively undiscovered gem. Part of Georgia's tourism campaign involves using tourists themselves to market the country.
This feels like a painting, or are we dreaming?
80% of our marketing budget goes to digital media, and we try to include the bloggers and influencers who write about Georgia. Last year we had a very interesting campaign. We gathered through the artificial intelligence, we've gathered the posts that were posted in 2017 in social media, and we've created a digital guidebook.
Like India and Mauritius, they believe the engagement of locals is key to the industry, but responsible tourism also comes down to education.
It's really important to educate also the people who live on the places, and to educate them how important sustainable tourism is.
Next, to a nation that promises to change the face of tourism through sport over the next 2 years. Japan will host the 2019 Rugby World Cup and then the 2020 Olympics. But there's so much more on offer for those sporting and non-sporting fans.
A country of outstanding natural beauty steeped in rich culture and history, Japan is experiencing an unprecedented travel boom. The world's biggest rugby event next year will bring in an estimated 1.8 million spectators and add just under €2 billion to the Japanese economy. Those visiting will also be encouraged to explore alternative destinations off the beaten track in a bid to embrace and support sustainable and ethical travel.
With 2 years to go until Expo 2020, all eyes are on the changing landscape of Dubai. It's the first time the World Fair's been held in the Middle East, North Africa and South Asia, and it's expected to attract up to 100 million visitors. So exciting times, but groundbreaking too.
We're using Expo 2020 as a 6-month platform really to welcome the world. But it's then embracing those travelers and saying, you come back again and again and again. And there's so much to do in the UAE that you need to be coming back and back. And it is that sustainable tourism where there's unique offerings, there's lots of different things to see all the time. And we are just a moment in time where then you can build on into the future.
And it's world-class tourism on offer in Dubai, a city that promises to be the most connected point on the planet by 2020, thanks to 5G and their digital technology infrastructure. But the emphasis is on Dubai's long-term plans to make an impact on people's memories that will be its legacy.
People are looking for experiences. It's not just about the sight seekers who, I have this wonderful picture and selfie of me. We'll have a ton of those, these wonderful selfie experiences. But it's really immersing people into the culture. If you want to attend a cooking class, if you want to learn on a starry night on our desert experience to see the astronomy and the interpretations from the Arabic history, we will have that. I think it's really that immersive experience and really having people come away feeling I've learned something.
The pyramids, the Valley of the Kings, the Red Sea and the River Nile. Just a few of the star attractions enjoyed by the 8 million people who visited Egypt last year. As the country sees a welcome upward turn in the number of visitors, they're in for a treat with a planned Grand Egyptian Museum costing just under €1 billion.
We have a very big museum opening up in 2020. That's the Grand Egyptian Museum, abbreviated by GEM 2020. It is going to be one of the biggest museums in the world. It has the biggest investment, $1 billion. It's the only museum where you can stand and have the pyramids as a backdrop. So we hope that everyone gets a chance to come and see this. It is going to be Egypt's gift to the world.
The government's providing new investment opportunities for the travel industry and working hard to diversify its tourist base whilst doing its bit for responsible tourism.
Everyone today is more environmentally cautious. The Ministry of Tourism is launching a new program, and in that program the pillars are basically tailored to ensure that every reform we do is consistent with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So when it comes to women empowerment, when it comes to trying to end poverty, when it comes to creating communities around the places where people visit, all of these are very important pillars that we are going to try and achieve.
So with a more conscientious traveller looking for destinations promoting sustainable and ethical practices, it appears more countries are embracing those trends, creating so much more choice for those choosing to travel in 2019.